Wimbledon, the cathedral of tennis, a stage where legends are crowned and history is written in sweat, silence, and roars. For a decade, Novak Djokovic ruled these lawns like an untouchable king. 7 titles, countless victims, and an aura that seemed unbreakable. But then, it happened. A 20-year-old Spaniard walked onto center court and dared to challenge the empire. And, in a moment no one could have scripted, Carlos Alcaraz shocked Djokovic and the world. How did this fearless kid dethrone the champion where so many others had failed? Today, we break down the match, the rivalry, and the exact moment when Wimbledon changed forever. Stick around, because what unfolded wasn't just a tennis match, it was the passing of the torch. To understand this shock, you need the backdrop. Djokovic had been invincible at Wimbledon. Before facing Alcaraz, he hadn't lost a match on center court in 10 years. He dismantled Federer, crushed Nadal, and dismissed every rising star who dared to cross him on the grass. The man wasn't just winning, he was rewriting dominance itself. Carlos Alcaraz? He was supposed to be the future. A talented youngster, sure, but grass wasn't his best surface. Many believed his raw power and athleticism would shine on clay or hard courts. Grass was tricky. Fast points, awkward bounces, and experience mattered more than talent, and Djokovic had all the experience in the world. But Alcaraz carried something else, fearlessness. He didn't see himself as an apprentice. He saw himself as ready. He wasn't walking into a masterclass, he was walking into a war. And it was a war that would stretch over 5 sets, where every detail mattered. The first shot came not from Alcaraz's brilliance, but from Djokovic's humanity. In the first set, Novak was ruthless. He broke early, attacked the youngster's backhand, and silenced the crowd. It looked like the same script as always, but something shifted in the second set. Djokovic's legendary consistency began to waver. His unforced errors crept in rare for him, especially in finals. Pressure, expectation, maybe even the weight of chasing Federer and Nadal's Grand Slam records, it all showed in flashes. Meanwhile, Alcaraz refused to crumble. He absorbed Djokovic's power and responded with fearless aggression. His forehand, one of the deadliest weapons in modern tennis, exploded across the court. The crowd felt it. Suddenly, this wasn't just a final. It was a fight. By stealing the second set in a tiebreak, Alcaraz did something historic. He proved Djokovic could be rattled on grass. For the first time in a decade, center court believed the king could bleed. But belief is one thing. To actually slay the king, Alcaraz needed more. Tennis at Wimbledon isn't just about shots, it's about survival. Long rallies, constant sprints, mental warfare. And in this department, the 20-year-old stunned everyone. Djokovic has long been called the greatest mover in tennis history. Yet, on this day, Alcaraz matched him stride for stride. He chased down drop shots, he slid across the grass like it was clay. He turned defense into offense with impossible gets that left Djokovic shaking his head. The match's defining rally came in the third set. 40-shot exchange, angles, drop shots, lobs. Djokovic pushed, probed, tried everything. But Alcaraz didn't break. He ended it with a thunderous passing shot that brought center court to its feet. That single rally symbolized the match youth refusing to surrender to experience. Physicality became destiny. While Djokovic looked drained in the longer exchanges, Alcaraz looked fresh, hungry, and relentless. The balance of power tilted. Still, raw energy wasn't enough. To beat Djokovic, you need ice in your veins when it matters most. And that's where Factor 3 comes in. This was where Carlos Alcaraz truly shocked the world. Young players don't usually beat Djokovic in finals, not because of talent, but because of nerves. The Serbian has a way of making the moment feel too big. He stares across the net and breaks you mentally. But Alcaraz? He didn't blink. Every time Djokovic applied pressure, Carlos answered with courage. Facing breakpoints, he unleashed drop shots. Facing set points, he crushed forehands. It wasn't arrogance, it was conviction. The fourth set tested him the most. Djokovic, as he always does, roared back. He dug deep, leveled the match, and forced a deciding fifth set. Center court braced for the inevitable, the champion finding another miracle. But this time, the miracle belonged to the kid. Alcaraz broke Djokovic's serve early in the fifth with fearless returning, then held his nerve to close it out. The moment came on championship point, Alcaraz ripping a final forehand winner, dropping to the grass in disbelief. It wasn't just the scoreline, it was the message. Djokovic could be beaten at his fortress, and the future wasn't coming someday, it was already here. And the tennis world noticed, the legends spoke, and their words told the story even louder. Roger Federer, watching from the stands, admitted, "It felt like watching the next generation take charge. What Alcaraz did today, very few could have done." Andy Roddick, the 2009 finalist, was blunt. That match wasn't about Novak playing badly. It was about Carlos outplaying him physically and mentally. That's a scary prospect for the rest of us. Even John McEnroe, never shy with criticism, called it, "The kid has ice in his veins." He stared down Djokovic on center court and didn't flinch. That's not normal, that's special. Djokovic himself summed it best. "I've played many great champions here. What Carlos did, he deserved it. He's the future of tennis." Which leads to the final question. Was this just a match or the start of a new era? The moment Carlos Alcaraz shocked Novak Djokovic at Wimbledon wasn't just about one title. It was about the shifting of tennis history. For a decade, Djokovic reigned supreme on grass. But in 2023, a 20-year-old tore down the wall and showed the future had already arrived. So, was it a passing of the torch? Or was it just the first chapter in a rivalry that could define tennis for the next decade? One thing is certain, Wimbledon will never feel the same again. And in our next video, we'll dive into the question everyone's asking, can Alcaraz truly dominate the way Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic did? Or is this a one-off miracle?